Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Sarson Funds, Real, Clear, Crypto, and General Provision.
Your daily game plan for success. It's Sachs in the Morning. Steve Sachs.
Hi, Steve Sachs here with Sachs in the Morning, and we got a great message to bring you today through the life and times of the great Louis Zamperini. And if you remember the great book that was written by Laura Hillenbrand, the book's name was Unbroken, and she talks about this extensively in this life of a man that was absolutely incredible. Laura also wrote the book Seabiscuit, which is one of my favorite movies. But this book, Unbroken, which obviously became a movie as well, is about a man named Louis Zamperini, born in 1917, grew up in a place called Torrance, California, just outside of Los Angeles, actually where my kids were born. And this is a guy that early in life kind of got off on the wrong foot. You know, he was mischievous, I guess, to say the least. But one thing he did is he loved to run, maybe from running from the cops all his life when he was a youngster. But nonetheless, he loved to run. And he later turned that into a trip to the 1936 Olympics, where Jesse Owens was so great. Then, you know, he joined the Army, and then on May 27th, he was shot down in the South Pacific, and he spent 47 days at sea before he was captured by the Japanese. And during those 47 days, he was starving. He was shot out by the Japanese, actually punctured the raft that him and two of his buddies were on. They had to fix it, otherwise it would have sunk. Just an unbelievably harrowing experience of 47 days at sea. Now, the real hell started for this man when he was captured by the Japanese. And the main guy that watched over him was Matsuro Watanabe, nicknamed the Bird. And this guy was just horrendous to the people that he held captive, especially to Louis Zamperini. He knew that he was an Olympian, and he just took special attention to torture him relentlessly. For 2 years, he was tortured by this man. So in experience, all of this hellish nightmare that he had to live through, from being shot down to being at sea and then being absolutely ferociously tortured by this man called the Bird. Later in life, he found a way to escape that prison cell that he was really in himself, and that was through the element of forgiveness. Now, he became a Christian later on in his life, and oddly enough, he had written a letter to the Bird, and he wanted to meet him, and he wanted to show him that he was no longer holding himself in prison because he became a Christian and wanted to forgive him in person. So actually what I'd like to do is read you a little bit from this letter that he had written to Watanabe. And he said this, he says, "Under your discipline, my rights, not only as a prisoner of war, but also as a human being, were stripped from me. It was a struggle to maintain enough dignity and hope to live until the war's end. The post-war nightmares caused my life to crumble, but thanks to a confrontation with God through the evangelist Billy Graham, I committed my life to Christ. Love replaced hate I had for you. Christ said, forgive your enemies and pray for them." Wow, that's something pretty powerful right there. It just wraps it all up. So when Zamperini returned to Japan in 1952, he was looking for a chance to meet up with the Bird at Sugamo Prison. That's where he was. He said that he asked the people about where he might be. And at that moment, like the others, he also forgave him and now would hope that he would also become a Christian. And unfortunately for the Bird, he didn't get to experience that to his demise. But Louis Zamperini did, and he went on to live to the ripe old age of 99. And that's my show for today. If you like what you heard, give us a positive review, subscribe, and share. Also, don't forget to go to our website at sachsinthemorning.com if you want to get into the swag store. Hit the shop button, and believe me, it's all there for you. Hats, mugs, tumblers, V-necks, visors, you name it. Go take advantage of the swag store at sachsinthemorning.com. Today's podcast was brought to you by General Provision and Sarson Funds. Sarson Funds, real, clear, crypto. One of the more popular financial investments in the market today is cryptocurrency and blockchain. You've heard a lot about it. Bitcoin and others make the news on a regular basis. But it's a new currency and a new process that many of us don't really know or understand, and that's where Sarson Funds come in. They build your confidence with knowledge of the investment. They're a leading educator for financial advisors and consumers. I know. I personally have investments with Sarson. They have a passion for cryptocurrency with a team that boasts a wealth of knowledge in the industry. More importantly, they have the resources to help us, you and me, learn about this new and exciting investment opportunity, like Cryptocurrency 101. It's yours by simply visiting the website and clicking on Education and Marketing. If you want to learn more, if you're looking to get a high-level Wall Street grade understanding of cryptocurrency and blockchain, visit sarsonfunds.com. They've helped me understand why this is a great investment tool and to better understand what it's all about. Sarson Funds. Real, clear, crypto.